Welcome back, everybody. We're here, back nine coverage of the Beaver State Fling, presented by Innova, hosted by Stumptown Disc Golf. There's our trophies. That's what we're battling for. We got FPO lead card, final round coverage. This is the back nine, like I said. We've got a battle going on. Cy at 7 down, Zoe right behind her 5 down, Amy at even, and Madison Tomaino at 7 over. Starting off, hole 10, 370 feet. This would be a great one to get that back nine started. Tough par 3, mostly just at the green, I would say. It's pretty wide open otherwise. You don't want to be off to the left too far. And if you push it too far right side behind that big tree, it's going to make getting to the green a lot harder. But the green is pretty guarded. There's like a little window to get through. If you're able to push through that window,
That's fine,
you have yourself a putt. But otherwise, it's a tricky up and down. Zoe and Cy showing us the route, getting to the basket. Madison a little early to the left. She's going to have a chip up from there. It looks like Amy is following right behind her. A little bit shorter. That's not a bad miss, though. As long as you're not too far left into the bushes, like I said, you should have a open approach to do sort of. Looks like she got a little caught up with that approach. That's going to be circle's edge, maybe circle 2 for her par putt. And see if Madison can be a little cleaner. I think there's like windows on that left side that she was trying to force through. Either that or she just sort of pulled it a little bit too far left. Looks like Cy is in the gap. She's got an open look. This is definitely a circle 2 look for her birdie. And she floats it in. Look, she's even surprised a little bit. Runs it down. Great birdie. Definitely going to take some strokes on some folks. Looks like Zoe threw it a little bit further than Cy, but just a little bit too far left. And this is sort of the guardian tree that I was talking about. Zoe reaching out on a knee, just trying to pitch around the trees. Does so well though. It's gonna be a par for her. Amy unable to get up and down for her par. That's gonna be a tap and bogey. Madison just a little bit off the mark. She's gonna have a little bit of a tester coming back. And there is Zoe for her par. Kind of an unfortunate result on a really good drive. Just a couple feet too far left. Madison, great comebacker for her bogey. Definitely an easy hole to let get away from you. If it gets down that hill, you're putting back up. She does nicely. All smiles for Cy, running down that birdie putt. What a great putt. Nice birdie. Brings us to hole 11, par 3, 320 feet. This one's tricky because you got that big old tree right in your way. You got to throw wide, but still push far enough to get to the basket. You can't just throw a spike hyzer. You need to push past that tree there pretty straight, but still on hyzer. It looks like Cy got a little caught up. Zoe, that's more of the width you're looking for. It might have been a little too straight, but that's the width. Let's see if Madison can go somewhere right in between those two. So she's got the push, and that's the height. Gets around the first tree. Yeah. I think she's going to have some sort of look into the basket. That was a good shot. Amy with the backhand. Good width. Not enough hook, though. That's a good miss. She's going to be looking at the basket at least. And it looks like Cy did get caught up. She's a bit shorter than I thought she would be. Approaches the green. Gets a bit of a skip. She should be able to make that, but it is going to be a little bit of a tester. This basket's sort of on a mound, so it brings in that roll away. Anytime the basket is on a mound, you don't connect, it could roll back right back to your feet. We see Amy chip shot, a little bit wide off the tee as Zoe is lining up this putt. She's trying to give it a go, trying to get a stroke back on Sai. Ooh, almost connects. Keeps it close, just a little left out of the hand. Keeps it close, doesn't roll anywhere. Madison, maybe sort of a half bid. It looks like she's got stuff in her face again. She's been battling with some foliage right in her swing on some of these putts. Pretty unfortunate. Keeps that one close though. As Sai knocks it down, that can be definitely a bit of a tester for her par. Able to save it. Let's see if Zoe answers. Yep. Right in there.
Mischief managed.
Clean up and down for her par. Ooh, as Amy just leaks it a little early left. She's going to be tapping in her bogey. She is not happy about that one. See a little bit of lack of focus. Probably just a little early out of the hand. Madison's drive is what you're looking for. Unfortunately, Milo has a lot of trees that can get in your way when you putt. Brings us to hole 12. Long par 3, 433 feet. You've got bushes all left side. Tall grass and bushes and trees all right side. It's pretty much a strip. Sai pulls hers to the right. Gives it a little...
I want you to try out for...
gives it a little... I'm not sure what that was. A little singing moment. She's going to have something to battle with. Zoe plays the hyzer. Not really trying to push the green. I like it right back in the middle of the fairway. She's going to be able to chip up safely from there. Madison, same sort of play.
Oh, good sticky.
Not the best camera work for me, but she's able to stick it into the fairway. As Amy, this is a sweet forehand shot. As you can see, looks like some sort of pollen falling from the trees, making our algaes flare up. As Amy sticks nicely right in the middle of the fairway. I'm having trouble finding Sai on this right side. She did fight through, kind of get to the edge of the trees, but she's going to have another tough look from there. Amy chips up, forehand. Gets it pretty close to the basket, but she's going to have a little bit of a obstructed uphill putt. And here we have Zoe tossing a good approach shot. Just gets a little bit fast on the green, but she's going to have that for par. Madison, same sort of look. High, almost throwing it in. Madison has been close on a couple holes now. Would have been some highlight birdies. She's got that for par though. And here's Sai. She fought through pretty much the edge of the bushes, not all the way out. Has to give it a little floater bid. Hits a tree, knocks her down. I think she's going to have a little bit of an obstructive look. Yep, having to go with the straddle. Making sure no foot fault. Uphill. Brings in that roll away. There's that dog again. Trying to razz Sai with every putt, seems like. Doesn't face her. Knocks it down. It's going to be a bogey, but definitely could have been worse from where she was off the tee. Here you have Madison with a hand in the face again. These trees are just all over her putting stroke. Let's see if she's able to fight through it. Just sort of knocks it down, leaves it short. Uh-oh. That's sort of what I was talking about. With these hills, it can roll down. Fortunately, Amy's didn't roll all the way back down. She's able to keep that one close for her bogey. And now Zoe's looking at taking a stroke on the card with a par here. Sort of the same look as Madison, having to either go right side or left side. It looks like she's a little bit more left of where Madison was, so she can reach out on this left side. Floats it in nicely for her par. Well done. And here's Madison. Takes her time. Easy tapping for the bogey. So Zoe with the chip shot. Chip, par play. I like it. Brings us to hole 13. Par 4, 550 feet. We got ourselves a battle brewing. Zoe starting us off. This one, out of bounds, all left side. It doesn't mean that you want to be super far right, though. If you're too far right, you bring in the trees on the right side and it pinches you going in the basket. So you kind of want to be middle, or on this left side there, closer to the out of bounds. Give yourself an open hyzer swing. Zoe and Sai showing you exactly what you want to do. Nice straight shot right out there, right in the middle of the fairway. No problem. Madison as well. If that doesn't skip, looks like it's stuck nicely. And here's Amy, leaving it a little bit wider. This is probably what I would like to do. Just a little bit wider out of the hand, just so you know it's not going to go left at all. We got some good drives. Madison first up. Looks a little bit left. Hit some trees close to the basket, but she's probably going to be contending with some trees again. So Amy is second up. Other side of the basket, leaves it a little right. And I have trouble filming that one apparently. Here we have Zoe. Great drive. Let's see what she can do with that drive, if she can capitalize. Swings it out. Good pace, good angle. Gets great ground play, and that's going to be about 15 to 20 feet for her birdie. Great shot. Let's see if Sai can do the same. Go standstill. Beautiful angle. Right outside of Zoe's. So we're going to have a putting battle here. Amy out to the right. No real look at the basket as you have those low-hanging branches kind of guarding her. So she just chips up. Par plays on this hole too, as Madison does as well. If you're off left or right, you can see how you kind of just have to pitch up for your par. But if you're able to hit this gap, then you have a shot. Sai's lining up her birdie putt. And she connects. Great birdie, good bounce back after that bogey on the last hole. Let's see if Zoe can answer. Oh, just a little short, little left. Definitely caught a lot of chains, but I think it just hit too much basket. Easy par for Amy. It's going to be easy pars for the rest of the card as well. Sai getting a stroke back after bogeying the last one. That's a great birdie, great bounce back. It's really how you want to play this hole. Middle, keep it into the gap, make your putt. Well done. Brings us to 14, par 3, 442 feet. This is the iconic downhill with the river right behind the basket. It's one of the ones you see a lot on like an Instagram reel. Sai starting us off. She's at that 8 under mark. Couple strokes ahead of Zoe. Hits the gap. A little bit low. That's going to be a good result. Might even have a look at the basket from there. Zoe a little bit high out of the hand. That could get lucky. It looks like it gets caught up a little bit. Pushes it to the left. That could be in those bushes on the left side. It might have stayed on the edge. We're going to have to see. This one pushing from Madison, left side. If it gets around the corner, she's going to have an open look. Amy going with the forehand. Just barely gets caught up. I thought that was going all the way. Amy is quick with the draw, goes up for her second shot, almost hits me. I was barely out of the way. She's going to have a little bit of an obstructed putt for her par. Those big trees, once you get down to the green, are really the two guardian trees that you have to maneuver around. If you're too far past the basket or too short, you have the widest straddle putt you've ever had. Zoe stands still. She's trying to get around it. Looks like she finds her way behind one of those big trees. That's going to be a tough one. And there's the river. This is such a beautiful hole and a beautiful time of day as well. Nice and shaded out here. Madison, another little tree right in her face. At least this one isn't for a putt. I think she's going to be able to get around it clean as she does. Hits the ground, sticks, nice little forward roll. That's going to be an easy par for her. Sai, clean drive, did come up a little short. It looks like she's looking at giving this a chip shot. Not trying to run the basket. A little early out of the hand, but it hits the tree and gets a good reaction. If that hits and goes left or stays short, like I said, that straddle, oof, is going to be tough. And I think Amy just had to deal with that a little on hers. Low hanging branches and that tree right there just leaves it a little short. Fortunately, doesn't roll down too far left because it is out of bounds if you go past the grass area over there. Obviously, water out of bounds. Let's see if Zoe can work around the tree. See, that's sort of what I mean. Like you can see majority of the basket, but if you're a right-handed putter and that tree's on your right side, it's so hard to get a putt that works left to right. And a lot of times you end up just sort of squaring up that tree. Luckily, she bounces out and has an easy look for her bogey. Madison taps in the par. You can see that, I think that was a goose running on the river in the background. Brings us to hole 15, par 3, 310 feet for the FPO. Sai is starting us off. I want to get closer to the basket for this one because it is a blind one. You're sort of throwing up the hill. You can't see the basket from the tee pad, and you do have to hit a gap. It's not a super tight gap, but that tree that Madison just works around, if you hit that one and go sort of at the trunk, it's a really tough up and down. She's able to push past it though, so she should be okay. But this is really what you're looking for. A nice flat shot, really matching the plane, getting that flare, getting around that last tree. Amy, little nose up. It's hard to match the plane with that sort of uphill drive. So it's easy to leave it a little nose up as she does. Madison goes for the chip up. Sort of gets caught up a little bit. That's gonna be a tester for her par. Amy works around the tree nicely, easy up and down for her par. And Madison, a little bit of a tester, like I said. She's gonna have to straddle around on this. Looks like the right side of this big tree, big guardian. Save her par. Let's see if she can do it. There we go. That's the putt we're looking for. Nice par save. That goes a long way on these last couple holes. Sai fighting through to circle one. This looks like a 25, maybe 20 footer. See if she can capitalize and get herself a birdie. Yes. Great putt. Great birdie. Zoe, also well within the circle. This is probably 15, maybe even 10 feet. See if she can bounce back. She's able to do so. Great putt. Nice birdie. Amazing drive. Got some good play off that tree to get sort of a forward roll towards the basket, but that's exactly what you're looking for. As you can see, out of her hand, just matches the ground perfectly. Gets that little roll towards the basket. Got a couple birdies, couple pars. Not a bad hole, not some bad results. Brings us to 16, par 3, 250 feet. You definitely want to get this one, especially down the stretch right now. Sai showing us the route. Little bit straight out of the hand. And kind of doesn't really get like a flare skip. You want to... That shot was great. You just want more of a flare towards the basket because it's tucked into that left side there in those trees. Oh, and Zoe kind of just hangs on to it a little too much. She's going to have to chip up for her par. Kind of takes birdie out of play unless she's able to throw in. Madison, this is what you're looking for. Yeah, that's a great shot right there. Hits the ground on an angle, skips over there towards the basket. That's perfectly done. Amy wanted to hook up before hitting that tree and gets a nice finish into the green. You may realize that this camera quality is slightly degraded. It's because the camera I was using for the front nine and the first holes on this back nine actually died on me. So I'm using my phone. We're getting through it though. Zoe chips it up, kind of all she had, and leaves it a little left. That's gonna be a tester for her par. Sai didn't really get the flare she was looking for, but had the distance, and she's able to still get the birdie. Great putt. At that point, her closest contender and Zoe, right now, she's putting for par. Great par save. That's needed right now. If you give any more to Sai, she's definitely running away with it. But able to connect, keeps it clean. Amy, this looks like she just kind of rushed it a little bit too much. Just leaves it a little short left, scoops right out of the basket. Definitely one of those 50-50. It could have gone in, but this time it does not. Madison showing you exactly what you need to do off the tee, getting yourself to about 20 feet or so, and showing you what you need to do with the putter as well. That's a great birdie. It's definitely exactly what you're looking for on this hole. Here's Amy tapping in her par. She's not too thrilled about that one. Had the birdie putt, but Sai runs down that birdie. She's definitely feeling it right now. Brings us to 17, par 3, 315 feet. The sun was blasting us right now. I'm using my hand to try to cover it just to show you guys this look, but man, what a beautiful hole at this time of day. You can see the flight the whole way with that sun just reflecting off the disc.
It was sticky. Oh,
Nice
thank
shot,
you.
nice shot.
Thank you so much.
Perfect shot there by Sai. Well within the circle. Madison up next with her birdie.
Through it all.
Gets through that right side. She's maybe going to have a look there. Looks a little short, but might have a look. Zoe needing to attack to apply some pressure Gets through the trees, skips out left. She's going to have a long putt for her birdie. Amy leaving it a little bit too nose up. Looks like it's going to get caught up into that tree. Should be close enough to the basket, though. She can pitch up, take her par, unless she throws in. Okay, she opts for the chip up. Well done. Good touch. Should be an easy par for her. Madison, you can see the sun just blinding her for this approach shot. Doesn't want any part of it. It's probably hard for her to see, so she just chips it up. Easy par. Let's see if Zoe can apply some pressure here. Oh, just a little short. Long day got to her. Maybe just not enough legs to get it up over that basket rim, but close. Very good run. It's going to be an easy par. A sigh for one on the card. Another birdie for Sai. And I think it's safe to say at this point she is running away with it. Pars for the rest of the card. Easy tap-ins. And we got ourselves one more to play. Here's a nice replay of that beautiful shot. It's exactly what you're looking for on this hole. Right up the middle. And here we are, last hole of the day, hole 18, par 4, 535 feet. I think this one's called the candy cane hole, something like that. Definitely shaped like one. You got to go nice and straight up the fairway, and then it hooks hard to the right, about 90 degrees around the trees. Sai's got a pretty sizable lead at this point. And from there, she can chip up pretty much 3 times and still have a good result. Madison showing us a beautiful drive right up the middle. Kind of gets a straight skip, too. That's great. Let's see if Zoe can match Sai. She doesn't love it. A little bit left, but that's going to be fine. She's going to be able to play to the green from there. Amy ready to go.
Yeah.
Great turn. Little nose up, but that's right in the middle. She's going to be able to chip probably a sidearm into the green. Yep, looks like she's going with the sidearm. This is the play if you've got it. Able to kind of control the distance, get that little bit of a spike. Good ground play, keeps it close, well within the circle. She's going to have a look for birdie. Here we have Zoe going with the backhand. So she's sort of trying to find that angle, exactly where she needs to throw it in order for it to just nestle right into the basket. Puts a good move on it, but just fades out a little bit too much at the end there and kind of goes long in the basket. But she's still going to have a look. It didn't go into the bushes or anything. She'll have a look for birdie. Madison trying to correct from Zoe's shot and sort of overcorrects there a little bit too much. Pulls it right side into the trees. That's going to be a tough look. I'd be surprised if she had an open look from there. And here we go. Here's Sai. And see how aggressive she gets with this play. Goes with the backhand. Leaves it wide enough. Clears it. Clears the corner. She's looking at birdie from about 25 feet or so. And here we catch up with Madison on that left side. Looks like she has a little bit of an opening. Just has to get on the knee, but definitely able to give this a run. She opts with the easy layup. That's going to be a tap-in par to end her day. As we look at Zoe and see if she can drain this birdie putt, finish her day off with a bang. Gives it a go. Oh, just a little early left. As Amy knocks down a birdie for her last hole of the day. What a great finish. And here we go. Here's Sai with her 20 to 25 footer or so. She could lay this up. Chooses not to, though. True competitive form right there. Getting that birdie to finish the day. Nice sportsmanship from Zoe. Give her the high five. She knows what she's done. Zoe tapping par. Great job. Great shooting from her as well. Madison going to finish this off here with a par. And there you have it. Sai and Ananda. I'll toss it over to Jesse.
All right, folks. At long last, our FPO division is here. Taking down third place, Amy Lewis.
I know it's not first, but I want to dedicate this to Sally West.
Hell yeah.
In second place, Zoe AnDyke.
Sally West, thanks for being in my disc golf community.
And taking down the win with a score of 12 down on the weekend, Ananda. And we have a trophy for you, but we also have something special we made with Milo wood chips on the box, championship rings with our Beaver State logo. And Bailey, who made them, is going to size it for you.
Oh my god. I have a lot of people to thank, but I would like to dedicate this to Melody Bailey. It was so much fun this weekend. Thank you so much.
And there you have it. There's our podium. Sai and Ananda taking it down. Zoe AnDyke right there in second place, and Amy Lewis third place. Great shooting all weekend from these ladies. Nice job to Sai. Really running away with it at the end there. A lot of birdies to finish out her day. There's our final scores. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you all to the volunteers that help run this event smoothly. And we'll see you guys in the next one.